Welcome to Inlet Commentary. Markovas today will be guiding you through a topic of Black Mesa. But you would say, Markovas, yesterday you put us through Dark Mesa. Why again you have to drag us through the mud? I'll tell you, it's not so sophisticated. I could say Black Mesa, but what do you understand in Black Mesa? There is a mod, a very special mod, which is already ultimately a full-fledged game. And this game was made by Crowbar Collective. And it's incredible, shiny. It got physics, it's got gargantua high definition, it's got very good, well-scripted sequences, and sometimes strangely acting AI. But what am I going to talk to you about today for Black Mesa, which is not Dark Mesa? Well, first of all, it's kind of spoily, but if you haven't played Half-Life 1, then what are you doing here watching this channel? You should play Half-Life 1. Must. You should. At least if you're not going to play it, then watch a gameplay video of it. Don't watch a speedrun. Crowbar Collective, they released the Xen DLC. It's not actually DLC, it's part of the game they didn't finish because, come on, they had to recreate the whole levels because they pretty much sucked from the original game. And when I entered Xen for the first time, I didn't spoil myself by looking at gameplays and sneak peeks and, oh, look at these things, you gotta check these screenshots out, Markovas, oh, it's very nice. And no, I didn't see that. It's pretty much a genuine experience, other than the trailer. Okay, so I screwed up. I screwed up because I've checked the trailer. You enter and it's beautiful. There's like the cosmos, crystals, aliens, ropes, HEV dead people, HEV zombies. Stuff that you wouldn't have even thought would be in a Half-Life game. That's the first levels. But then as you progress, you get to Big Momma. And to those that have watched my streams, the live streams, I've actually played through Xen. And I've met Big Momma. And Big Momma is the hardest bloody thing in the whole game. It's pretty much, for me personally, the longest fight I've experienced in the game. And it's hard, it's tricky, it's frustrating, it's a pile of hassle. What's my first impression when you meet her? You meet her by touching a few crystals. In Xen, it's always, I touch crystal, crystal go glow, glow become more glow, and then some explosion happen and bad things occur. That's pretty much the plot line of everything in Xen. You touch the crystal, yeah, and bad things happen. And so Gancho appears, and she's like angry, because who ain't gonna be angry? You touched your crystals, right? And she starts beating the crap out of you. And it's like you can only circle around certain areas of the map. But she's fast. You'd think this fat Big Momma headcrab wouldn't be as fast as she would. And yet she's running like a crazy charger. Just charging at you all the time. And you have this jetpack, yeah? But you can't use the jetpack because you're out of uses and it's recharging. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? And I turn around and I got slapped. And I don't know what's happened. And then you gotta regenerate your health, and she starts throwing stuff at you, or throwing some kind of spitball that explodes. The first section where I was fighting her, I kept dying and dying. Once she even got stuck inside the wall. It's like she's stuck inside a wall and I'm shooting rockets. And then she kills me again. And it's like, what? What? Why you do this? If you're glitched, I must be able to kill you easily. And yet what happens? You become even stronger. It's like Crowbar Collective just decided to make her crazy if she gets stuck in some. She's a pretty good mechanic. Nevertheless, after many deaths, it's like many of them were just connected to me falling off the edge of Xen, I conquered her. But by conquering, I mean she ran away. She ran away and I had to chase her, right? But the hunter became the hunted the more and more I chased. And then you're gonna explore more tunnels. You're gonna explore. It's pretty much her den. But I don't understand. It's like, why is her den so huge? It's enormous! And it's crystals everywhere. It's like the unharvested part of Xen. What is Nihilanth doing all this time? Slacking about. Just go to the Big Mama's place and get some crystals, yo. Fighting Earth ain't gonna work if you leave your stashes, your reserves of crystals, to the monsters of Xen. You don't need headcrabs. Why do you need headcrabs? What's their use? To just invade the Earth with headcrabs? They're pretty OP, the meaty ones, as you see in half the valleys, are like the sizes of giant chickens. Anyhow, you start moving around and you keep fighting her. And it's a very, very long fight. And it's always endless and stressful. Because she just keeps throwing trash at you. I look around and I hear noise. It's a squealing noise. And then I see tiny little headcrab things and they bite. They bite, and then a big boulder goes into my face, and I am very dissatisfied with this customer service of Xen. But what can you do than just accept that thrown into your face and smashing into your HEV helmet? No other choice. And yet, it's more. This part of Xen is more about run and gun. Like run and gun. There's nothing else to it. There's some puzzles here and there, but I really like it. Because there's constant action. You're constantly doing stuff. And when I reached the ending, it was very happy because you just experienced how all this frustration that she kept throwing at you, smashing into your head. You were given the opportunity. You were given the opportunity to repay it tenfold. And you keep hitting her with rockets and the glue-on gun. And finally, she go dead. A little bit of spittle. She go dead and you're like, okay, you're so happy. You start going crazy. It's like Markovas becomes insane. He starts screaming on screen and babbling and rambling. And it's like, and then it's like, what is the hunter without the hunt? Right? Nothing. All this hunting resulting in the achievement of conquering the giant headcrab, Big Mama. And then it's like, so what? She's dead now, so what am I supposed to do? What are you gonna do? Nothing. You're gonna fall into your bucket of sorrow and you're gonna just bore yourself into extinction. You're gonna cause a ripple of extinction in your head. Because everything else you're gonna hunt in Xen, it's not really worthwhile. What are you gonna hunt? Bow squids? Or those little shark things which where they even living at? They're pretty much, they're doomed because they're in those pool areas and they're not very big, are they? There's not like oceans in Xen, it's just a little pool. Are you gonna hunt that? Just throw a few grenades, you're done with it. So in terms of Xen, Big Mama is the best boss. Potentially in the whole game. And if they had only done that with everything else, it would have been honey. Yeah. Because difficulty, since I played on the hardest difficulty as well, difficulty makes for a very tasty challenge. You can say, oh, but the Fufi casual, they don't want to difficulty. Sure, they don't want difficulty, but it doesn't mean you have to make it easy. Hope you enjoyed this ramble. If you want to check the stream snippets, potentially you can find them on the animation channel, which is just called Inlet. You should know that by now. And I've been checking something on my left side of my monitor. It looks like a dead pixel. I'll probably try and squish it into the monitor, and if that fixes it, that'd be very nice.